Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with a new Dwarven faction. This is the Iron Hills, which are added through the Last Breath mod for Dawnless days. And today, two Iron Hill armies are defending alongside Dale at the Battle of the Five Armies, or it is actually the Siege of Dale, as was fought in the Battle of the War of the War of the Ring. This battle is actually going on at the same time as the Battle of Minas Tirith, and was a victory for the Dwarves and Dale. Eventually, at a heavy price, they were actually pushed out of Dale, pushed out of the fields here, and were forced into Erebor, and Erebor was under siege until they eventually sally out and defeat the armies of the Eastlings and the Orcs, which we have here today. We have two Eastling armies, we have a Goblin army, and we also have an army of Dol Guldur here. But yes, we are going to quickly go through some of the units that are in this Iron Hills sub-mod. This mod also does add Dorwinion. Dorwinion is in it, and there are a load of new units for that. So if you'd like to see all the new Dorwinion units as well, do let me know. I'd be more than happy to show them off, as Dale is already clashing here with Dol Guldur, just to show you off. Dale has got a tough job defending its own city, as you can see here, and they are in for a rough ride. I mean, they've got these Dalian swords here, and they've got to hold against all this shock, which Dol Guldur is known for. But yeah, so we'll go over some of the units, some of my favorite unit sizes for sure. I mean, I really do like these swords. I think the swords for the Iron Hills look amazing. I just really like them. I think the short sword that they have going on, and also the shield, it just looks really nice. I don't know. I think they're really simple, but I think there's just something very, I don't know, uniformed and just looking good about these units. They look really nice, these Iron Hill warriors, as they are called. Then we have over here Dwarven Axe Infantry. These are actually probably the cheapest infantry you can get as the Iron Hills. They are 750, and they are they're pretty vulnerable to archer fire, but they can be, if left alone, really good, as you'll see in this battle. I will just let you know that this is a very close battle. It goes both ways. At points you think evil's going to win, some points you're going to think good's going to win, and it does come down to the wire. So definitely worth sticking around to see how this one goes down. We have Dwarven Axe Infantry, Iron Hill Warriors. Here we have some Madoc Warriors, which you've already seen. That Erebor has them. As well, we have Dragon Slayers here, which are an elite pike unit. Look at these guys. They've got like the Arid Mithrin helmet on, but in blue. They've got like a blue sort of skirt going on. I think that's from like the Tomb Wardens. But these guys look awesome. They really do. Then you got these guys here. These are the Iron Fortress Guardians. Look at these guys. These are elite crossbowmen. You thought Erebor's crossbows were a pain, as they were. They've got elite ones now. They in fact actually have another crossbow unit, if I can find it. It's over here, which at the moment is focusing down some Eastlings. These are a lower tier one, but they are still good. Arid Mithrin crossbows. So yeah, obviously a lot of Arid Mithrin units in this army. As you can see there, the Arid Mithrin crossbows are getting ready. The most elite shock infantry over here, we do have Sons of the Hill. These are very elite, and these are the bodyguard of Dane Ironfoe, who's also in this mod. He is actually the general, and Dane does die in this battle in history. Will he die again? We'll find out. We have Warriors of Arid Mithrin. This is like a lower tier Arid Mithrin veterans unit, because that is actually a unit that Erebor has and also the Iron Hills has, but they have put a lower tier shock infantry unit instead for that unit as well. So that's awesome. Then over here we have the Karnan River Guard, which is an elite spear unit, and then the most elite spear unit is still the Iron Guards for the Iron Hills, which makes sense. Yeah, these spears should hold for a little while. They're facing off against Varric warriors here, and they're doing their best to fight out. But yeah, I would just say a massive thanks to everyone that took part in this battle. It was a long ass battle. I don't know if it's the map. I think it's the map. It's just a bit of a laggy one. But yeah, this battle was like 40 minutes long for you guys, but was like an hour and a half, I think, long for the people playing it, if not longer. But the Arid Mithrin crossbows here, trying to get some shots off there. Apparently they're obstructed. I guess maybe the spears are kind of obstructing them a bit, but they are firing onto the flank here, shooting the shock infantry as it comes by, trying to do as much damage as possible. So then the runic archers that the Eastlings have here today are just going to be no match, even trying to take on these crossbows, which are just so heavily armored. But here, as you can see already, the clash going on over here. We have actually got clan raiders here. They're getting taken out as they charge on a pike, so that is not good. And we now actually have Dwarves as well going in along the line. So we have Iron Hill Warriors going in here. They're taking on, it looks like Lothar Macemen. And then along the line here we have Dwarven Axe Infantry. They're taking on Runic Warriors here. Runic Warriors are a lighter infantry unit, but they are still pretty effective if used correctly. I think it should be a fairly even matchup. They're both pretty average infantry. But we will see. I mean, these are lights. I guess the Dwarves are heavier than the light infantry. So maybe the Dwarves will win this one. With Cav coming in here, so doing some decent charges here. Iron Hill Warriors taking a few casualties here and there. These clan raiders do need to be careful. Now, pole arms, halberds coming up here for the Easterlings. There's some clan guards over here as well, trying to do their best. Here we go. A really good combo of shield, like spears and pole arms. Should do actually kind of well. And then we've got more halberds appearing here. And there is shock infantry on its way up. We actually have the Arid Mithrin veterans here. I don't know if they have changed their look. They have not, and they still look glorious. Probably one of my favorite looking shock infantry for the Dwarves, but by far and away not the best. Certainly not in Erebor, but maybe in Iron Hills they'll do pretty well. But there you go. Look at these things. They turn to their right and they see these Arid Mithrin veterans come in to their flank, and oh boy, are they going to cut them down. Yes, if you're enjoying seeing Dawnless Days on the channel, would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it really does help out the channel as we work towards 7k subs. And as you can see here, the Eastlings actually swinging in troops this way. They want to cut off and surround Dale, in fact. And you can see the Dwarves are not going to allow them across the river to try and flank around. So that's going to be certainly an interesting fight there. And as you can see, Dale already making some retreats. It is starting to lose ground here. Dalian swords are losing. Currently, Dale is having to take on Dol over here, and then they are actually facing the goblins over on their side, which they are, I mean, the goblin spear warriors right now are getting focused down. This is not good. You do not want to be throwing in your halberds and just letting them get shot up like this. We also got some goblin blade warriors over here. These guys are certainly not effective enough to deal with the Dalian swords. They'll get munched up. And we've got Mordor Uruks in there as well, trying to do the bit. I mean, these guys also need to be focused on as well. We have pole arms over here. Goblin Blade Warriors and the Goblin Spears, and they're dealing with some Dalian Spear Guards here. So Dale is in for a real rough ride against two armies here today. But yes, we will quickly go back over to the fight here, which is where, I guess, like the main fight. This is actually a proper land battle that's taking place here. As you can see, the Dwarves are beating the Eastlings in several spots here. Runic Warriors are starting to lose decisively. Even got Walls of Rune here losing to Dwarven Axe Infantry and Iron Hill Warriors. And we've got the General here. We've got Arid Mithrin Veteran General. He's about to just flank into these Wards of Rune and try and make the difference there, that is for sure. We've got Clan Raiders here. They're being focused down by the crossbows. They are going to get hit by the crossbows, these Arid Mithrin crossbows here. In they go. They're going to try and do their best. There you go. These Raiders are not going to be effective in taking these guys out, but at least maybe done some damage. A little bit, a tiny little bit of damage. The main cavalry is actually in the other Eastling army over here, which is made up of Varag Lancers. They also have Abandoned Steps. Pretty nasty little force they got going on here. We actually weren't expecting this Eastling army to come from behind us. We were expecting it to be in the main field ahead of us as well. So we were expecting a 2v2 and then Dale to have to deal with two armies. But instead this army is kind of like just between us and Dale, actually kind of cutting us off. It is kind of making it a little bit tougher as we'll go to the strategic map. The Dwarves are here cut off from the Dalian forces, which are in the city here, and they're desperately holding on. Already on a wave, you can see here to shock infantry. There are nasty things like trolls, like Olokai and mountain trolls, as well, waiting in outside the walls to crush the Dalian skulls, really. But yeah, as you can see, already a few breaking troops starting to break here. But yeah, we've got a bit of work to do. If we can break through here and beat these troops, we could swing around and support Dale. But that is obviously A battle against time. Dale is not going to hold forever, and the Dwarves need to get a shuffle on. If you'd like to get involved in some of these epic Dawnless Days scenarios though, or just involved in some of the streams, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. Along with that is also my my Instagram and my merch, so you can go and check them all out and go and support the channel. If you want to go and buy some merch, go and follow my Instagram and just get some more papal and pope updates and stuff. You see here though, these clan guards are starting to lose decisively. We also have Locrian halberds here that are returning, but they are basically done. Got another halberd unit here, 135. I mean, this is not where you want Dwarven axe infantry really just running into halberds, but it's where they are at the moment. We also have warriors of Erin Mithrin here flanking, surrounding these guys. These Eastlings are not getting out of here alive, that is for sure. They're surrounded by small dwarves. I love the officer with his like little red and grey like feathers going on there. That's really nice. Those look good. And the Erin Mithrin veterans actually have abilities. They can rally and they can also scare units. It's actually a very handy ability. Locrian Macemen are beating the Dwarven Axe Infantry. So that shows that the Dwarven Axe Infantry can be beaten. And to be fair, these Locrian are better than them. They cost 1,000. The Axe Infantry of the Dwarves cost about 700. But you can see here a horde of Dwarven Axe Infantry coming down onto the backs of these Locrian, and they are going to get surrounded and probably easily routed here. We were seeing a lot of heavy Madoc warriors here. They were getting thrown in against the Locrian here. They are nearly spent though, these Madoc warriors. It's a sad sight to see. Iron Guard's still here alive, but really beaten up already. And we also have the general here, Erin Mithrin veterans. He's kind of taking a bit of a beating. And in fact, the Dragon Slayers here were thrown away. These guys were just charged against like archers. You can see they've been like in focus now as they run here. Yeah, the Dragon Slayer's already been used up. Definitely didn't really need to use all these guys up, but he has done a good job in taking out all these archers. And he's actually now dealing with the general here, the Wards of Rune general. His Eastling army abandoned, left to 2v1 the Dwarves. And quite quickly, this battle has become a 3v3 after being a 4v3 to start with in favor of evil. So the Dwarves have done a really good job dealing with one of the Eastling armies really early on. And coming out with pretty low losses. I mean, we'll look at the numbers quickly. There were 12,000 enemies. They're down to about 8,000. So they lost 4,000. And the allied count is about 5,000 now. They've killed about 2,000 of us. So, I mean, at that current rate, if we lose about 2,000 every 4,000, the allied forces will come out with 1,000 men left. Certainly the balance of power, though, is not in favor of the Dwarves. I can tell you that much. Dale down here still fighting in these streets. We've got Dale as well over here, Marksman and Dale, and we have the swords, like Daleen swordsmen in here, and they are holding back these goblins. I mean, these are the elite goblin units. These are High Chieftain's guards. These are good troops that have been thrown in now. It's a bit worrying that the goblins are already having to throw these guys in. Don't know if they're reforming or something, but yeah, these archers starting to lose here. We have got Cav waiting in the wings. I wonder if they're just waiting for a choke point to break so they can charge down and do a lot of damage. Dogwildor certainly on the other side is having a lot of joy. Certainly with his polearm and his pike, and shock infantries. He's doing a lot of damage. Shipman here. The second line of defense. They're being rushed right now by Goldor Blades and Goldor Glaives. Look at the masses that's blobbed up here. Imagine if they had like an artillery piece or, I don't know, just like... I mean, these units could all break. If they kill the general off of Dogwildor, he's in real trouble. But he's nice and safe back here. He's being protected by some champions of Dogwildor. So, yeah, he's in a really good spot at the moment. We actually have a daily, I guess it rallied outside the walls, but it's now just charged into some Goldo Glaives. A brave action, but it'll be futile all the same. There you go, Goldo Glaives. They can easily break those guys. And you can see waiting outside are the Olokai. These guys are waiting patiently. They're ready to do some damage. But there are also plenty of infantry in here. I mean, they're all pretty banged up. We've got Javies as well to come in, do their bit. Pikes here. Moving on. We've got Bard is already back here. Well, not Bard, King Brand, I should say. But he's being represented by Bardings. Obviously, since he's of the same dynasty, he should, of course, have his bowmen. We've got Varag warriors here now trying to battle across and maybe try and attack the dwarves from this bridge here. It seems like the Eastlings really intent on trying to get across this bridge right now. You can see the Karnan River Guard. They're still holding on. Their glorious red capes right now. But yeah, we may have to show off Dorwinion through another scenario. Maybe with the Eastlings and Mordor against Dorwinion. I'm not sure, but we can certainly do something maybe at the Violent Outpost. We haven't shown that map off in a little while. And that's certainly a Dorwinion map that we could use, that is for sure. I don't think there are any other real Dorwinion settlements at the moment. Which is a shame. But you can see this, yeah, this bridge battle here going on for a long, long time. And the same on this side. These Lokier and Macemen actually now losing to Karnan River Guard. You don't usually see that. Axes being defeated by spears. But that is what is happening. Certainly with the support of these crossbows, they've done a good job here of the River Guard. But there are plenty more Lokium to come, as you can see here. I mean, they're actually making a retreat at the moment. If only we had a little bit of cav to come and just run down some of these guys. It'd be so handy. But the Dwarves do like cav. That is one of the weaknesses of the Iron Hills. They don't actually have any cavalry units. And now we see a big section of infantry here moving, and they are getting ready to maybe assault and come over the river this way, it does seem. And we in fact have looks like runic warriors here sallying out of the defenses, and they're going over here to try and block this this bridge themselves. It's a good idea. I mean, the dwarves could come all the way around. They could go over this bridge, and then they could come and sandwich to the goblins if they wanted to. Certainly could be a good idea. Maybe try and sandwich these guys. What is a shock infantry doing? Oh, this is the Goldo Glaive that's running down shipment. Quite possibly. Did wonder what that was doing out there. But yes, as you can see here, Dale's still holding at the like his initial positions, but it is becoming quite costly right now. And we're about to see cavalry rush down here. We've actually got merchant escorts there going down, looking for a sneaky way out. They're going to go out the gates here, by the looks of it, and maybe try and support the dwarves, because the dwarves certainly are going to need it. I mean, the goblins are doing a good job blocking off every point that they have with pole arms. And you can see here the trolls are now in. They've been committed, these mountain trolls, and oh boy, they're going to start slapping up these Dalian troops. They have some, I believe these are like watch post sentries. Yep, they are losing decisively, but they're fighting on hard. The trolls in here with their Mordor Uruks and Chieftain's Guard. It's like whack-a-mole, but whack-a-dalian. We're now starting to see Varag warriors lose over here. They're actually being defeated by the Iron Hill warriors. And now the next line of defense is these runic warriors. The Eastlings don't need to be aggressive now. They can just be defensive if they want to. Their allies are safely inside the city. They're making assaults. They're making progress. Dale is starting to be hurt. It is on the Iron Hills here to make the push. And you see the Iron Hill warriors are ready. And they are moving up. They're going to start their assault. They've already proved that they can beat these runic warriors. And they'll prove that they can do it again. And in they go. The question is, the Iron Hills are here. Where are Erebor's armies? Where are Erebor's armies? I mean, at this point, Dane is both king of the Iron Hills and he's also king of Erebor. So I guess he could have just like had all his armies uniformed in the same armor. But I feel like both Iron Hills and Erebor are too proud to both for one of them to give up their armor and like their style. The Dwarves are making progress here. Another unit going in on that side, and they should break through these guys. They have all, like I said, proved that they can get through. We actually have another spear unit here. Iron Guards coming up. They thought it was hard enough with the Locurim taking on these River Guard. They've got to take on the Iron Guard next. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they'll break through. Over on this side now we have Lake Town Guard that are slowing down this advance. Golden Pikes here. 108 of them left. And they are slowly dropping. That is for sure. I mean, now it looks like Dogaldor's got all of his army inside, but he is starting to lose troops quite rapidly. I mean, he is constantly on the assault. These Goldor Glaives are winning. I'm sure they're taking a lot of casualties. Yeah, 70 out of 190. These guys are bloodied up. Fight on, shipman. Fight on. Yeah, those Dalian troops have got to hold on for a little while yet. I mean, they're slowing down the enemy with these Lake Town Guards being positioned up, but they will get focused on by things like Goblin Heavy Archers here, which look like they're about to loose their first volley. Let's see.
Take them down, boys.
Fire when ready. We actually got more trolls coming in. This is not a good sign. And they're capturing a point here. Heavy Goblin Archers without ammo. They are capturing a point, and this is going to do damage to morale, which the Dwarves and the Men of Dale cannot really afford. And it's actually going to boost the morale of the Forces of Evil, which especially cannot be afforded. Because that's something that the Forces of Good rely on, and that is the enemy having poor morale. Maybe not these things, but certainly the Goblins and the Forces of Dol Guldur. Runic Warrior is still fighting over here. But I believe they are losing. Yeah, they're losing decisively. This guy's getting cut down. We've got a little Maddox Warrior unit coming up. They're going to try and charge their way through. Iron Hill troops are just nasty, they are. They really are. How's it going on the other bridge? Oh, we have shock infantry in there now. We have Warriors of Ered Mithrin. They are going in against the Loki Rim Macemen here, and they are probably going to win this fight, are the Warriors of Ered Mithrin. They are really good shock infantry. I personally think they're really good anyway. I mean, also, like, you don't usually deal with a shock infantry charge if you've just got one sword unit. Usually the swords will just take that charge, and then after that, they'll be on the back foot from the rest of the fight. They really need archer support here to the slings, or maybe some pikes or pole arms. But if the Dwarves break through this choke point here, they can flank around. They can go through this like pass here, and then they can come and slam into the back of these things. These things will have to form up another line here, probably made up of Loki Rim axes and pole arms, and they'll have to do their best there. That is for sure. But, I mean, certainly if Dol Guldur as well could be threatened, because if the Dwarves break through here, they could go through this pass, up this, like, up here, and then they could flank around and come in the back and hit these guys. But there are a lot of Olokai. They need to be careful of that, do the Dwarves. The Lake Town Guard just sitting here patiently waiting. These Goblin Heavy Archers here, point blank range. Have they been firing at these guys? Oh, they have been. Oh my gosh. This is brutal. Look how close they are to shooting these Lake Town Guard. Really, they need to retreat these guys. All I do a cavalry charge. There are some Dalian cavalry regiment waiting, and there are actually pikes on the way up. So it seems as though Dol Guldur will be throwing in his pikes soon to combat that. And we actually now have a break here. The Runic Warriors are breaking, but behind them are Lokirim Halberdiers. And the dwarves will just get impaled on these polearms if they stay there here too long. Oh, they're pushing up. This might be costly for them, actually. This might break their formation. The dwarves are trying to flank around. There's a little gap here. They're kind of getting caught. These halberdiers. They're starting to die. Look at that, losing decisively. This guy's getting munched up. The dwarves kind of got forced into their formation and they got within the phalanx. And they're cutting these guys down. And they're getting shot at as well by crossbows, it seems. We've got some Arid Mithrin crossbows here, focusing them down. But there aren't many to shoot right now. These halberds already down to 90 men. That little pike push possibly actually was not worth it for them. Runic warriors here challenging these Iron Hill warriors. Still, bravely, but maybe foolishly. I think they should have fled by now. Sons of the Hill have been sent in. Did they retreat their? They did. They retreated their Arid Mithrin veterans and they sent in the Sons of the Hill, the elite shock infantry. So we can see these boys in action. Chopping away at this shield wall, which, to be fair, these macemen are nearly beat. I don't know where Dane is actually. I think he's. I can't actually see him. Oh, there he is. This is Dane. Dane is here. I don't think he looks any different to his normal unit. I think they kind of kept this the same. He has got the Sons of the Hill as his bodyguard. Yeah, Dane's still looking glorious. He's waiting for his troops to break through so he can push around. And there you go. They have broken through. The Sons of the Hill have made progress. And now you can see a flank is on for the dwarves. They could go against these things here. And these things are putting up some low-curie macemen. It looks like they're trying to block that path. That will not slow down the dwarves for long. They're going to need more than that. You see here, Runic warriors, they're starting to lose. The halberds are losing, and I mean everyone's losing in this fight, it seems. The halberds are starting to have some effect, it seems. And the dwarves are doing their best. And we actually have a cavalry fight now going on over here. And here you go, cavalry sallying out here. We've got merchant escorts going in. Varag warriors, Varag lancers I should say, going in as well. We've got some warriors of the Arid Mithrin as well coming up to try and support. A little bit of a charge there actually into the warriors of Arid Mithrin. It's a decent charge. Cavalry charging on shock infantry is painful. And this could cost them. Need to be careful. This melee cav here should do pretty well though. Varag lancers didn't get a great charge, and the prolonged melee, that's only beneficial for melee cav. And the axes over here battling again against Runic warriors. This time they're just a bit too beaten, a bit too battered to be able to do the damage they need to do. With some pikes on the way. These are Iron Hill pikemen. These are just like the base pikes that you can bring for the Iron Hills. They are still expensive and still very effective. And these guys are looking like they're going to get sent in next. They are the next in line to be sent in. And here you go. Here come the pikes. When they get pushed up, that's going to force back these Runic warriors, which are starting to lose actually now. Even though they're beating and wavering these Dwarven axe infantry here. These axe infantry just don't know when to give up. See the Javies, I've got some Goblin Javies over here as well. They're trying to, I think they're maybe trying to Javy at these pikes. Not going to be too effective. I haven't got much in the way of ammo left. They are hitting them though.
Run from the enemy. This is shameful.
And the dwarves are getting stuck in, and the pikes going in as well. Keep poking away at them, boys. Keep poking away. They just the Runic warriors just can't get close enough. Look at this. Really well done. I mean, if they throw in these axe units again, they really need to, because it really helps support the pikes. Pikes and polearms, I feel like, work better when they have support units. The polearms here now combat even, and they're starting to inflict damage as these Iron Hill warriors here are starting to die. I mean, they've been in a lot of fights, but they are now facing a bit more elite infantry. They're facing the Loki-Rim Macemen. We've got some area Mithrin crossbows in here. These guys are probably going to do okay in combat. We actually have a unit that's managed to sneak through here. Dwarven Axe Infantry. It's getting focused down. What a waste. Look at the, like, this is a fresh unit. It's just been absolutely annihilated. I feel like they just kind of wasted that unit there, really. A lot of wasting kind of went on in this battle, I felt. Especially as the Dwarves, you can't waste a single unit there. Every single one of them is precious. My crossbow's coming up with, like, the tiniest bit of ammo left. Try and focus down these Loki-Rim halberdiers. Fire when ready. Or not. Dale is now at his final defense. The Lake Town Guards here, facing up against the Guldor Pikes. They're actually doing really well. Look at this. The Guldor Pikes can't set up properly. And the Lake Town Guard just inflicted so many casualties on these guys. I mean, not so many, but they did a decent amount. These Lake Town Guards certainly are probably better than the Guldor Pikes in the sense of, like, eliteness. But, like, the Guldor Pikes have the range with their pikes. Like, it does not matter. Like, these Lake Town Guard are not going to be able to get close enough. You can see already men starting to drop. And the Lake Town Guard are going to have to give ground. And we'll see Dalian Spear Guards come up instead. Got a lot of troops wavering over here for the Goblins. Goblins starting to run pretty low on troops by the looks of it. Though they are sending troops over here as well. We've got Mordor Uruks. We've got Goblin Spear Warriors. We've got Goblin Heavy Archers as well. And the Dwarves, having made some progress on the side, are starting to be pushed back. This little expedition here by the Dwarves has not gone to, like, gone as expected, put it like that. As you can see here, Warriors very Mithrin. They're starting to lose. They're pulling back. They're running into Goblin Spear Warriors. They're going to try and retreat. Maybe get a bit of leeway. A bit of a breathing space. But yeah, the Pikes moving forward. Kind of pushing into the sword line. That's probably inflicting a lot of losses on them yet. I mean, what are they? Iron Pikes are still combat even for now. Look at them. They're holding strong. They look glorious, they really do. I think the Iron Hills look amazing. They really do.
The enemy have rallied their units.
They are starting to lose though now. Not a good sign. And we have actually got the Warriors very Mithrin. They only got a short break and they got sent straight back in against the Mordor Uruks. I think this is a losing fight here and they know it. And they are about to get focused on these Dwarves. Not ready, looking the wrong way. They need to turn around, form shield wall, but either way they're going to die. They get either shot by archers or they get charged by cavalry. And here we go, the cavalry comes in. And oh boy, that is curtains for them. And there you go, the cav is now just going to chop down these poor axe warriors. We've got yeah, the varied lances. We've got Mirkwood Raiders actually coming in as well. And Bane of the Steppes waiting in the wings if they needed to be. And the Pikes turn around to face the Cav. But they're getting focused down. It's just the situation they're in now. They're just in a death box of the Dwarves. And it's a sad sight. And it's not looking good here for the Dwarves. I mean, they've got 2,800 against 4,800. It's actually quite close. 2,000 men in it. But this is going to be a big blow here for the Dwarves. Losing a good contingent of their army. I mean, this is a solid, like, 5 to 6 units that got sent around here.
Have destroyed an entire unit.
Could have done with maybe some crossbow support. I think maybe some crossbow support and they could have maybe won this. It's hard to say. Did rout these Mirkwood Raiders, which I guess is something, but it's not going to matter because the Goblin Heavy Archers here are going to focus us down. It's just an absolute massacre here for the Dwarves. The Dwarven axes routing, the Pikes about to rout, and once that's done, the Cav can then just slam into the back and finish off the remaining few troops here. These Dwarven Axe Infantry also routing, leaving just the Warriors of Ered Mithrin here. They fought hard, but it's not going to be hard enough. They're killing so many Orcs, but there's still more to come. Seems like an endless tide. It's going to be down to their brothers on the other front to break through to Dale. Got to remember, the time is against the Orcs. They've got to take the top. They've got to take Dale's like cap point. And here you go. You can see the Goblin Spear Warriors now getting into the back lines. These Warriors of Ered Mithrin. If they even needed the extra support, they got it now. We've got Runic Warriors in here as well. These Dwarves like, fine, we'll go down fighting. No surrender. And there you go, they actually retreat. Just as I say that, god damn it, Dwarves. Should have fought to the last man or the last Dwarf. We're actually a general now. They had sent a little force at the Dwarves ready to try and relieve this assault, but it was too little too late. And the general and these crossbows without ammo are going to be no use over here now because there's no forces left. And we actually have another assault on this side here. We have the Dwarves. Iron Hill Pikes are now inside the walls here. They're broken through over here. And they're now inside. And we actually have Ered Mithrin veterans over here. These guys are losing to Goldor Blades. I'm really surprised. I mean, I was surprised when I sent these guys in. I was like, oh, they'll beat them. They see them as low threat, but they must have been shot by archers or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, these Ered Mithrin veterans really struggling now to break through here. And the Pikes as well, trying to retreat, trying to reform. Getting absolutely outmatched right now by the Goldor Pikes. Look at these boys, they're holding on. They're doing their best. Oh, the Javies coming in right now. I mean, it's so frustrating. These Javies like throwing point blank range, and we can't do anything about it. Now we've got Goldor Glaives coming in. This is a little bit better. We'll poke these guys to death. They just come charging in blind like this at our phalanx. The crossbows behind. They're just waiting, and the Pikes again look like they're trying to retreat, trying to reform. Really, we need some swords in here to cover their retreat. But the Dwarves are all pushing down this way. They're really going hard in this direction right now. We're about to see Dwarven Axe Infantry. They're going to charge in. It looks like they're going to maybe catch these Runic Warriors. Or maybe we've got a general here. We've got Bane the Steps coming down. If they threw their general in, that's a bit of a risk. Only one general has been lost, and that was with the other Eastling army. This Eastling army may be just about spent, but he's still got his general, which is a very powerful unit. This small dwarven line has now been reinforced by iron guards. That's going to make it a little bit tougher to break through for the Cav. I mean, that'll make it suicidal for the Cav, really. And the Dwarves are starting to get pushed out already of the city here. The idea was to try and get these Pikes to be drawn out of that little choke point that they were in. But all this is done from retreating has doomed the Ered Mithrin veterans, which are now all dead. It's a sad sight. Be eaten later by the Orcs, I'm sure. You can see up here, Dale's still fighting on. Like, my god, my hat is tipped to Dale. The Dale players are doing a very good job. The Barding's in here, we've got Lake Town Guard. All fighting on.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
The Chief Guard, High Chieftain's Guard might not win this fight. He's just running into a polearm unit here. The same on this side. I mean, they've got in a good spot. The pikes, where they've where they want to go. At the moment, if they set up, they get flanked, which is a really good little setup they got going on there. I mean, I would just send in the trolls, maybe like the mountain trolls. They'd probably do the damage. We actually have the settlement now on fire. Dale is burning, but not dragon fire this time. Just the fire of the orcs. Guldur Blades rushing down here. We actually have Dane himself now in the fight.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
What are the numbers looking like? 2,000 versus 4,000. It's still very much possible for the dwarves. They've just got to hold on. They've got to get a couple of general kills. A couple of general kills and they could mass rout these Guldur orcs. Oh, but there's trolls in the back lines. These guys also are basically impossible to break. They have pretty good morale. And there you go. Another one in here. We have 2 Olokai units in the building. And we have Iron Guard in here. These guys are going to try and do their best. I mean, I couldn't think of a better unit, maybe apart from crossbows, to challenge these trolls. Iron Guard are a very elite spear unit. Although they are trying to get into our crossbows now, they are trying to slow them, stop them from firing. You can see the Olokai here routing a little Iron Hill pikeman unit and also doing a lot of damage to all of the units over here. We actually have the general as well. Dane is losing. He's chasing down the trolls, trying to do some damage to them. The crossbows desperately trying to fire like fire! You are men of the Iron Hills, or you're dwarves of the Iron Hills. You will stand for whatever comes through that gate. And they're probably thinking, isn't that a quote of Gandalf? Correct. It is, but it's been altered. And you can see here, the crossbows, they're starting to lose. The spears as well losing. I'm surprised with all these spears surrounding the trolls. I'm surprised they're not starting to die. Trolls are certainly a bit of a glass cannon. Can work, can certainly not work.
Battle is no longer in our favor.
He says the battle is no longer in our favor. It was never in our favor. We never had the balance of power in our favor at all. But the general here, look at this, starting to lose. For these things, that might cause a bit of a rout with his remaining troops here. We are facing mainly orcs at this point now, though, made of goblins or orcs being sent in.
Our men are rallying. They're not done yet.
The dwarves are still fighting on hard here. They're my final unit of Iron Hill warriors. Oh no, this is actually my allies. My final unit of Iron Hill warriors actually is down here, trying to deal with these goddamn trolls, which are starting to die, but they're not dying quickly enough. And at this point, I think Dane has been killed. It is a sad sight. But Dane has, he's certainly fallen. Certainly his unit's broken. I can't see that. I don't know if he has fallen yet. He does die in history, along with Bran. Dane dies defending Bran's body. He's not going to do that today because Bran has yet to die. He's still up there on that hill. The trolls whacking away at these dwarves, trying to do the damage they can do. Dale over here losing his pole arms, but he still has spears and a general in here, and he needs to hold on. Desperately needs to hold on. He's still got some watch post sentries as well. Healthy unit.
This is shameful.
He's bringing up Javi. He looks like he's going to try and Javi his way through these pikes. I mean, we nearly killed one Olokai. I mean, this would have been much easier if there was, say, open ground. And you just focus them down with crossbows. But in this, like, really tight, narrow passageway we got ourselves stuck in, the trolls have just been able to excel. And there you go, Dane has died.
He refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
The Sons of the Hill fight side by side with the Iron Guard, and they break. Massive breaks. We've got Sons of the Hill still holding on, but it's a dire last defense. The Dwarves here pushing up, trying to get through in column, try and get around these units and surround them. I mean, if we could get up here, we could maybe help Dale. We are so close. We just got a couple of units to break through, a couple of arch units at best. Break through them, and then we get up here and we can try and support Dale. And if we can get a couple of Dwarven units to that top of that hill, there's a bit of a chance that we can hold. Numbers not looking good. In the last few minutes, we've lost like 2,000 men, which has taken us like half an hour to lose. Like before then, it took us like half an hour to lose 2,000 men. In 10 minutes, well not even 10 minutes, in like 5 minutes, we've lost about 2,000 men fighting these streets. Like fighting over Dale is absolutely nasty. The attackers, or should I call them the defenders at this point, because they are basically the defenders, defending the streets now that they've taken. They did a really good job at entrenching themselves in and surrounding Dale, and making sure there's no way that we could just get up to Dale. And as you can see here, the Bane of the Steppes, they look like they're getting cut down. Getting cut down by the Arid Mithrin veterans. This is the general, I believe, for the other Dwarven army. He is losing, but he's looks like he's doing a lot of damage. We've got some Iron Fortress Guardians here. These are elite crossbows. They're getting about to get charged right now by the trolls. And there you go, my final unit of Iron Hill Warriors breaks at 103 men. A sad sight it really was. Iron Hill Fortress Guardians. They're about to go into combat. Or they're going to run for their lives. Looks like they're going to do the latter. They're going to get chased by the trolls. This is a sad sight, and it looks as though the Dwarves and Dale are going to be defeated here today. The other general, he's hanging on for now, but not for long. And the Dwarves are about to get sandwiched by orcs and trolls, and they're actually retreating here as well. Iron Hill Warriors are going to try and slow them down. They're doomed. And you can see the crossbows in here. They're in combat while also firing. It's very frustrating, but very key right now. They're just going to keep getting kills. Kill as many of these goddamn orcs as you can. And it's now really just down to Dale as the final assault really goes on. You can see the general there for the... I think that's the general for the Dwarves has been killed. Yeah, the general for the Dwarves has been killed. And that's actually a rout. This Iron Fortress breaking at like 80 and 90 men. And now it's just down to Dale. Dale is on his own, and Brand has got to fight on. He's got to kill somehow 3,000 men with 400 of his own. Here we go. Dale makes one last stand. It's been a great fight, though. It really has. It was a really close fought thing, and it really showed off the prowess of the Iron Hill Dwarves. They are really good, and you'll see the kills at the end. They are really, really good. But yeah, if you want to see like a Dwarven and Iron Hill faction overview, I'd be more than happy to do one. Show off all the units for this brand new faction. And it'll be awesome to really show off. It really brings more life, I feel like, to the mod as well. These sub-mods really do help the main mod out. Just give some more variety, some more like replayability. While we wait on the next main mod update. You see a Goblin King. He's pushing up. He's like, I've had enough of these goddamn Dalian troops. I'm going to kill them myself. Got little pikes here. They're retreating. Being chased as well by watchpost sentries. Trying to get some kills. Some last minute kills here. Spearing them through. And there you go. Brand is broken and he's dead. I imagine he's been cut down there. And we are about to see a break, I imagine, for Dale. Yep, starting to waver all over the place as army losses and a loss of all generals is affecting them. And there you go. That is a valiant defeat for the Dwarves of the Iron Hills and the Men of Dale. And we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. This was an incredibly close battle, and thank you to everyone that took part. It was a very last-minute scenario, but it was a really cool one, that is for sure. But yes, as I said, I was playing in this one as the Iron Hills. I was playing as this Iron Hill army here and got some incredible kills with these units. They really do some amazing damage. Like these Iron Hill warriors here getting 262 kills. 202 with this one. I mean, the warriors of the Ered Mithrin getting 166, 349 with these Ered Mithrin veterans. They're incredibly strong if used correctly. Dwarven Axe Infantry here getting 257 kills. My Carnan River Guard getting 156 kills. My Pikes could have done certainly a lot better, but 83 kills is not too bad. 404 kills with Ered Mithrin crossbows. Some incredible kills. My General Dane getting 80 kills. Then we have the other Iron Hills army played by Corrupted. 266 kills with his Ered Mithrin veterans. 185 with his swords. 189 with his Madoc warriors. Sons of the Hill getting 265 kills. 237 with his Dwarven Axe Infantry. 107 with the Iron Guards. Dragon Slayers sadly only getting 35. These really elite pikes definitely would have been much needed later on. But yeah, we've not really seen their capability yet, I feel. 119 kills with these Ered Mithrin crossbows and 145 with the Iron Fortress Guardians. Then we have Gangmen or Zach playing as Dale. 140 kills with his Bardings. You said that like they got no kills with his archers, but as soon as they went into combat, they got most of those kills, which is kind of impressive. Shipman getting 96 kills. 227 kills with his Dalian swords here. And then we've got 186 kills with his Dalian Spear Guards. His Watchpost Sentry's not really getting many kills. 270 kills with the Lake Town Guard. 248 kills with his Marksman of Dale. Really good there. His Cavalry, 377 kills. Some incredible kills there for Dale. Then we have Karpov playing as one of the Eastling armies. Basically wiped out. Both of the Eastling armies were, which is kind of surprising that the two more, I'd say, elite armies were beaten, and the more like horde armies actually survived. 130 kills with the Bane of the Steppes. 87 kills with his Varag Warriors. Runic Warriors getting 90 kills. 125 kills with the Maceman here. 98 kills with his Locrium Halberdiers. 95 with the Runic Archers. And 219 with the Varag Lancers. Then we have everyone here playing as Dogaldor. 232 kills with the Goldor Blades. Very good. 300 kills with his Goldor Glaives. My gosh, this is against Dwarves and Dale, you got to remember. It's very good kills. 247 with another there. 232 kills with his Champions of Dogaldor, and they're still healthy. My gosh. Pike's 65 kills. Javi's 45 kills. Olokai 203 kills. Some incredible kills there. Then we have Fluffy Duffy playing as the Goblins. 59 kills with his Goblin Blade Warriors. His High Chieftain's Guard getting 192 kills. Actually, most of his swords were all wiped out, and his the Goblins only came out with trolls and some archers, it seems, and some pikes. 236 kills with his Mordor Uruks, very good. 102 with the Goblin Spear Warriors. 118 with these Goblin Heavy Archers. 142 here with another, and his Trolls getting 93 kills. Then Zahn, who unfortunately got 2v1 by the Dwarves, kind of getting annihilated with his Eastling army. 59 kills with his Ward's Rune. 78 with another here. His Runic Warriors, not getting many kills. Loki Rim getting like 30 kills, 40 kills. 108 kills with his Halberdiers is pretty good, and his Locrium Archer is getting 121 kills, 140 with another, and his Cav getting 50 kills. But there you go, guys. The Battle of Dale has finished, and it seems as though the Dwarves and Dale have lost. They will have to retreat inside Erebor and siege themselves up in there until the tide turns in the west. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.